You will see now the third example how you can control the any load, or in a previous example we have taken motor forward reverse control, right, with interlocks, right. So third example you can see is that motor, whatever the motor you consider, right, motor you can rotate forward direction and reverse direction with interlocks. All right. So to do this particular task, first what you have to do, we have to connect input switches and output actuator to the PLC module. Then you need to write a programming. Right. So what is this example is forward and reverse operation with interlocks. Right. So now what you have to do, first thing is how we are going to be connect this particular input module to the CPU, right, and to the output module, right, output module right. So this is also 8 terminal input module, and this one is also 8 terminal output module. All right. So for 8 terminal output module we have a ground supply and line voltage terminal. In between these two terminals we have a 8 terminals. First one address is input 0 terminal 0, this one may be 0.4, this one 0.7, right. So this is the line voltage. Here you are going to apply some power supply, all right. Like that here also power supply terminal, right, and ground terminal. Along with that one we have a output terminals 0.0, right. So like that Q 0.7, somewhere in the middle to the Q 0.4, right, you connected for the one direction, and another maybe to the this particular terminal you connected to the coil with which is going to be rotate motor in the other direction, right. So 3 switches you can connect. One is here is one switch, here one push button, here you are going to control motor to rotate forward direction, right. Another you are going to be connected to the 5th terminal, right, to reverse direction, right. Another terminal you are going to be connected here to off, right. Like that 3 push buttons I used. So line voltage we are connected here, right. So what this push button, this is to off the motor. So 3 push buttons. First button 1 push button 1 is used to rotate the motor in the forward direction, right. So push button 2 is used to control the motor in reverse direction, right. So this one is to off, push button 3 to off the motor, right. So to give the supply to the forward direction, right, forward direction motion, right. This one is the reverse direction to control the motor in the forward direction or reverse direction, right. So this is going to give supply to the coil which is used to rotate the motor in the forward direction, right. This is going to be connected to the coil which is going to give supply to rotate the motor in the reverse direction, right. So motor is here, right. This one you can off, or you can rotate in clockwise direction, or you can rotate in counterclockwise direction, right. To rotate clockwise direction, off, rotate counterclockwise direction. That is our intention. That is our intention. To give supply to the this particular motor coil to rotate in the forward direction, this is the terminal we are going to use. That is third terminal you are going to be connected, right? To rotate in the reverse direction, fifth terminal is going to give supply to the coil, right? So that is the two terminals are giving coils, two terminals are giving signal to the coils which are going to be causes motion towards the forward direction and towards the reverse direction in the motor, right? So this is just hardware connection and how we are going to be controlling the particular motor in the forward direction or reverse direction with the control of this particular switches, right? Here if you push the push button 1, right, motor is going to be rotate in the forward direction. If you push this particular push button 2, motor is going to be rotate the in reverse direction, right? If you push this particular push button 3, it is going to be off. Right? So like that, three switches, maybe these switches may be any switches, but here you are going to use push buttons, right? So these three switches is giving signals to input module. Through input module, this data is going to be stored. This 8 terminal data is going to be stored in input image block, but this 3 terminal data is important for the program you written in the CPU to control this particular two output signals, right, which are going to be causes for the forward and reverse direction of the motor. Right? So now what is going to happen? This image, this sensor data is going to be stored as a input image block. This input image block is going to act like input to the program which are going to be written in the CPU. Then that is going to be executed, and that is going to be update the output image table. Based on the output image table, these particular signals are going to be out through these two terminals. Those are going to be causes the output action, right? Output action, how you want to control, right? Based on this particular data, you want to control the motor in that manner. What that manner? Forward direction, reverse direction, and off condition with interlocks. With interlocks means if motor is rotated in the forward direction, it should not be in reverse, right? If motor is rotated in the reverse direction, it should not rotate in the forward direction, right? So that is the need to be maintained at the output, right, by interlocking, right? For doing this one, you need to write a program in the CPU, right? In the previous examples also we have seen that programming part, right? How we are going to be writing the program, right? For that we need to write a program here ladder logic program for that particular application, how we are going to be write? So right, what is this? Is the positive rail, right? And this one is the ground rail, all right? So how we are going to be write program here, right? First rank, right, for the forward direction, and second rank for the reverse direction. This is the forward direction of the motor direction. This one is the for the reverse direction. Right? How you are going to be write, right? This is normally closed switch. This one is also normally closed switch. Its address should be off, whatever the off condition here is there, right? So this one is the push button switch 3. You are going to be connected to the 8th terminal of the input module, which is going to be used to off the motor. You should know, if you want to off the motor, this is the push button you need to push. If you push this particular one, it is giving one signal to the 8th terminal. That data is going to be stored in the input image table. That is going to be act like input to the program we are writing here. Right? So for that reason, here what terminal you connected? I 0.7. This one is also reverse direction also should not be rotated. It's not, should not be in forward direction and should not be in the reverse direction. See here, if it is, you activate, this is what normally closed contact. Normally closed contact, this one I 0.7 is giving input data to the this particular normally open, normally closed contact. Normally closed contact, what will happen if this particular push button is, in the previous diagram we have seen, if this particular push button is, if push button is on, it is giving 1. If it is off, it is, it's an open condition, it is giving 0 signal. 0 signal, right? 0 signal, right? See, if it is 0, right, it's not going to be activated. Normally closed contact is not going to be activated. Normally closed contact is not going to be activated. Once it is not going to be activated, then what will happen? It is normal only, right? Its signal is going to be flow. Signal is going to be flow, right? If you activate this particular one, if it is 1, it is going to be activated, then what will happen? This is going to be converted into normally open, right? So normally open. So normally closed contact, if not activated, it is going to be forward flow from this point to this point, right? If you activate this particular one, then it is acting like this, as like normally open contact. Then what will happen? Current or power is not going to be flow from positive direction to negative direction, right? That means what? So this is going to be connected to one push button 3. You can push button 3, you can see in the previous figure, right? If push button 3 is pushed, it's open condition, right? It is 0. That is the reason normally closed contact is allowing flow of power from positive rail to negative rail, right? So if it is 1, if you activate this particular one, this is going to be activated. So normally closed contact is going to be open. Open means there is no power flow. Then both motors not going to be work, right? It is, these both are going to be in a open condition only. Open condition only. That means what? If you want to off motor, right, we need to push this particular push button 3. Then it is giving one signal through the 8th terminal. That is the reason it's internally, it's going to be normally closed contact is going to be open, right? So both motors are going to be off condition, right? So what is the next rung? This rung is going to be become the, right? This rung is going to become the forward direction, right? This is the forward direction. Push button 1 is going to be connected to what terminal? First terminal, right? In the forward direction you want to rotate, right? Push button 1 is going to be connected to push button 1 is going to be connected to what terminal? I 0.0, right? So this I 0.0 is going to be, it's going to be, see here, I 0.0 is giving signal whether you want to rotate in the forward direction or reverse direction, right? If it is 1, it should be in the forward direction. Right? What? I 0.0. It is normally closed contact only. Alright. So I 0.0 is connected to the push button 1. I 0.0 is connected to the push button 1. Right. So it is going to be open condition means, right? Open condition means it is 0. Right. If it is 1, then only it's going to be closed. If it is closed, right, what should we do? Motor should be rotate in the forward direction. If you want to rotate in the forward direction, to what terminal you connected? This coil contact I Q 0.2 to the third terminal. That is the reason here you need to write Q 0.2. Right. So what will happen? If push button 1, which is going to be connected to the I 0.0 terminal to rotate the motor in the forward direction, right? If you don't push this particular push button 1, right, I 0.0 is going to be 0, right? I 0.0 is going to be 0. Once it is 0, this particular contact is going to be not activated. That is the reason normally open contact in open contact position only. Normally open contact is in the normally open position only, right? If you push this particular push button, right? If you push this particular push button, what will happen? this is going to be 0. Sorry, this is going to be 1. Once it is going to be 1, we want to rotate the motor in the forward direction. That means what? This q 0.3 should be 1. q 0.2 should be 1, right? So that means what? Once it is push button 1, this is going to be normally open contact is going to be activated. Once normally open contact is activated, what will happen? This is going to be closed. This is going to be act like a closed contact, right? Then what will happen? Signal is going to be flow like this. It's already normally open closed contact. That is the reason this is going to be high. It is high means motor is going to be rotated in the forward direction, right? Coil which is causes the forward direction movement is going to be activated. It's going to be activated, right? So in the similar way, if you want to keep on rotate in the forward direction, we have to lock this particular lock, or you can say that you need to seal this particular circuit by giving this output to the as a feedback signal to this particular input, right? So now what will happen? This one is what is this one? This is what? This is reverse direction. So output address is what? For the reverse direction. For the reverse direction, right? What is output terminal? Q 0.4 is the output terminal for the reverse direction. For the reverse direction, right? Q 0.4 is going to be reverse direction, right? Same Q 0.4 is need to give here as a feedback signal. What input you want to give for the reverse direction, right? What input you are giving as a reverse direction? This one, push button 2. Push button 2 is going to be connected to what? I 0.4. I 0.4. That is the fifth terminal. Right? So I 0.4. I 0.4 is the input push button. I 0.4 is giving data from the push button 2, right? This switch based on the input data, right, is going to be closed or opened, right? If you want to rotate motor in the reverse direction, we need to push this particular push button 2. That causes give 1. Otherwise it's going to give I 0.4 as a 0. So in the similar way, how it is working here, this normally open contact, if it is not activated, that means if this push button is not pushed, that means it's not going to be contact, right? It is in the open condition only. That is the reason signal is not going to be moved like this to rotate the motor in the reverse direction. If you push this particular one, then what will happen? This is going to be activated. If this is going to be activated, normally open contact is going to be closed, right? It's going to be closed. That is going to give signal. To the this terminal IQ 0.4 to the fifth terminal. That causes the motor rotate in the reverse direction. Right? Same feedback signal if you give here, then what will happen? Right? This is going to be sealed. Right? It's one means, right? That this is also going to be 1. This is going to be activated. Same input is going to give, right? That is the reason it's keep on in the reverse direction, right? So, but what is our intention? If it is in the forward direction, this should be in off, right? It should not be in the reverse direction, right? And if motor is going to be rotated in the reverse direction, it should not be move in the forward direction. If you off, both should be off. That means motor totally should be off, right? For that we need to provide interlock like this. This output should be give here Q 0.4, right? This output should be give here Q 0.2. Now you can understand very clearly, right? So for example, if you want to motor, first step is what? If you want to off motor, what we have to do? Push button 3 should be closed. If push button 3 should be closed, if you push button 3, which is going to be connected to I 0.7, then what will happen? This is also going to be activated. If it is activated, what will happen? Normally closed contact is going to be opened, so output is 0, right? If it is going to be opened, what will happen? Output is going to be 0. That means what? Motor is not going to be rotated in forward or reverse direction. That is the first case, right? So then second case is what? If you want to rotate in the forward direction, this should be 0, this should be high, right? this should be I, this should be 0. Output, this should be I, this should be 0 if you want to rotate in the forward direction. If you want to rotate the in forward direction, second step, if you rotate in the forward direction, what you have to do, then we need to push button 1. If you move push button 1, which is going to be connected to I 0.0, then what will happen? This is going to be 1, and this one is going to be 0. This one, it's not pushed push button 2. You pushed only push button 1, which is going to be connected to first terminal, right? Once you push this particular push button, so this one is going to be activated. That is the reason normally open contact is going to become the closed contact, activated, and it's going to be closed. That is the reason power is going to be flow like this, right? By this time it is low only. By this time it is low only. Why? Because you don't push the reverse direction push button, right? That means push button 2 is not pushed, right? Push button 1 is pushed to rotate the motor in the forward direction. Once you push, right, this one is going to be activated, right? It is already low, right? It's not going to be activated, so that is in the closed condition only. That is the reason output is high, so it's going to be move in the forward direction, right? If it is high, what will happen? This is also going to be high. Once this is normally closed contact is high, what will happen? This is going to be opened, right? So if it is opened, means whatever may be, even though you push this particular push button in reverse direction 1, right, it is not going to be move the motor in the reverse direction, right? It is always in the forward direction, right? For example, if you push this particular one in the reverse direction, if you push in the reverse direction push button, what will happen? This is going to be activated, right? So it is going to be closed, and this is going to become high. This is going to become high. Motor is going to be rotated in the reverse direction, right? Same I is going to be feedback, so it is in the loop. It is keep on in the reverse direction only, right? Once it is high, what will happen? This is going to be open. This is going to be open, right? So normally closed contact, now it's going to be open. This is going to be low. This is going to be low. So that means what? Motor is going to be rotated in the reverse direction. Motor is going to be rotated in the reverse direction, right? Like that, due to this particular interlock, what will happen? If you push forward direction, it is going to be rotated in the forward direction only, right? Reverse is going to be low, right? If you push button 2, which is going to be causes for the reverse direction, right? And then this one is going to be low. In between, if you want to switch between the forward direction and reverse direction, you should off. First you should off, right? Off by pushing the push button 3. If you off, right, both are low, right? Motor is going to be in this condition, right? So if you push the push button 1, this one is going to be activated. Motor is going to be rotated in the forward direction, right? Due to this interlock, this is going to be low. This output is going to be low. That is the reason reverse direction is not going to be done, right? Then once again off this particular one by pushing the push button 3, right? Then once again, if you want to rotate in the reverse direction, then push the push button 2. Then what will happen? It is going to be high. This one is going to become low due to this interlock. Like that, if you want to rotate motor in the forward and reverse direction with the stop, right, by using this particular interlocks, right, you can control the motor whichever way you want to rotate the motor, right? So this is the third example, right? This is the program, ladder logic program, to control the motor like this. What? Motor is going to be off, right? Then forward direction movement, then off. If you want to rotate in the reverse direction, like that you can control by controlling these two outputs. You can see here, right? So off, motor is off, or you want to rotate in a forward direction. That means what? The signal out from this terminal is going to be connected to the coils which are causes to move the motor in the forward direction, right? If it is 0 and if it is high due to this particular inputs and execution of the program you written, right, then what will happen? That is going to be rotate in the reverse direction. That is going to be rotate in the reverse direction, right? If you want to off, if you push this particular push button 3, it is not going to be rotate in the forward or reverse direction, right? Whatever the program you written in the next page, previously we discussed, that program is going to be stored in the RAM of this particular CPU. What will happen? This is going to become the input image, right? This input image table corresponding to the data coming from this 8 terminals is going to act like input to this particular program. Whatever you written program, that program is going to be executed, and then it is going to be updated the output image table. That output image table data is going to be out through the 8 terminal of the output module. That is going to be control this particular motors. That is control this particular motor, right? Based on this particular input, that means, for example, this is open condition, right? This is closed condition. This one is open and this one is open, right? Then what is the input data? This is going to be 1. Remaining all are zeros, right? That is going to become the input image table to the program you written in the next page, previously you written, right? So this is going to become the data for this particular input. Due to this input data, what will happen? Only I 0.7 is going to be activated. Remaining all not going to be activated. Only I 0.7, this one is only going to be activated, right? Remaining all are not going to be all zeros. If it is activated in all zeros, what will happen? Both motors are going to be, motor is going to be off condition. Motor is going to be off condition. That is only you want. That is only you want, right? If it is 1 and remaining 2 are zeros, right? Motor should be off, right? For example, this is going to be not pushed, right? If forward direction push button 1 is on, then what will happen? Input image table is now is 1. This one is going to be 0. Then what will happen? This is going to become the input image, input data for the same program. Then what will happen? Only I 0.0 is going to be 1, remaining all zeros. Due to that, it's going to be rotated in the forward direction, right? So if input data like this one is not, this is also open, this is also open, and this one is closed, push button 2 is closed, then what will happen? Input image data all zeros except this particular one. Then what will happen? This is going to become the input image, input data to the program. Correspondingly, contacts in the program ladder logic is going to be activated, and it's going to be control the data, and it's going to control the motor to rotate in the reverse direction, right? This is about the one application as well as one logic you are going to write. You written logic, ladder logic for the operation of motor like this, right? So this is one example. So 3 example you studied. One is how to on and off the motor, and second example is if you keep on the motor with ceiling, for that you written program. And third thing, this one you can rotate in the forward and reverse direction, right? So this is the 3 ways you can control the motors in industries. For the three-way control, you change this particular program. That means you written program for the dedicated application, right? So somewhat input and outputs are going to be changed based on the application. That means what are the things you required as input data, and that means input switches you need to connect, and what are the output actuators you need to connect for one application to another application is going to be changed, right? So this is one example